The WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference brought us back to the Attitude Era. Welcome back to another episode of The Mark Show. I'm your host, Mikey. We got to talk about that WrestleMania 40 kickoff press event that they had. It was amazing. We'll just quickly go over other stuff that happened. We're going to get into the good stuff, but, we got to mention, hey, Triple H started off the show to brag about the new $5 billion deal with Netflix, and just kind of talk about the history of 40 years of WrestleMania. Then Bianca Belair came out there. She was promoting her Hulu show with Montez Ford, loving WWE. I haven't checked it out yet myself. Thinking about checking that one out. Not usually a big reality TV guy, but I'm a big fan of Bianca. I've been a fan of Montez as well. Been big fans of both of them since their NXT days, so I might find that interesting. And of course, Belair's, trying to say, maybe she's gonna have a chance to go after a championship if she wins at Elimination Chamber, but also mentioned the fact that she's got an undefeated streak right now at WrestleMania, so she's our next Undertaker streak at WrestleMania wrestler right now. Rhea Ripley, she went out there. She's talking about how dominant she is. She's mommy. She's promoting her match against Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber. Then Becky Lynch appears. The crowd's going wild. We're gonna get the mommy versus the man, is what Becky Lynch thinks, anyways. She's got to win Elimination Chamber, but there's quite a good chance that could happen. So we'll see. And then that led us to the main event of this WrestleMania 40 kickoff press conference. So to start out, you get Seth Rollins coming out there again. He's been trying to make his case why he should be the one that Cody picks. Roman comes out there. He's got the Bloodline crew with him. And he's out there making claim that Cody missed his chance, so he's going to decide who his opponent is going to be at WrestleMania 40 in the main event. And he says he chooses The Rock. Wow. So, my goodness, the Rock, of course, he comes out there electric as always. Gets the crowd going. And he's been earlier in the day. He had been on some talk shows, calling fans the Cody crybabies. So that was kind of already the tease right there that, hey, maybe we're getting this Hollywood Rock heel turn coming. So they go, he's going on about the family, about the bloodline, and they're planning on having this great WrestleMania 40 match, that it's going to be the greatest of all time. And oh no, Cody is having none of that. He comes out. Cody calls bullshit. He comes out there and says, this right here is bullshit. He was not having it. All right, he comes out there on fire. Now he's saying, we just saw him, basically brush off Seth when Seth was trying to beg and plead for Cody to pick him. Then we see him go out and do this like noble guy act of like, oh hey, right now The Rock really wants to face Roman, um, and this is his chance to settle things, within their family. So I'll step aside. I talked to uh, Rock about it. We hugged, we shaked hands, we flexed muscles together, and so I'm gonna step aside now. So then, now we get to this. Now, all of a sudden, he's changed his mind. He says, "No way, this is BS. I am not going to let this happen. In fact, Roman, you don't get to choose who's in the main event of WrestleMania. I get to choose. I earn that right." So Cody chooses Roman for WrestleMania 40 in the main event. Then he just proceeds to run them down, say, hey, you know what? This right here, you guys, whatever this whole family thing is, it's not even a family, Roman. Look, where's Jay right now? Everybody else around that's still following you, they're just lackeys, they're yes men. This isn't a real family. Then he goes as far to say, if your grandfather was here, The Rock's grandfather was here, he'd be ashamed of you. And he also talked about how, the whole match between Rock and Roman, it ain't nothing because they're fighting over the head of the table, but neither of them have been doing any cooking for the last 2 years. Really, you could say that for Roman. You could say that about The Rock for the last 10 years, right? So, yeah, neither of them have been doing the cooking, is what Cody claims. If you ask me, that's not what I would claim. I would say Roman's been doing some slow cooking, and it's been some, you know, every time that cooking gets to the table, it is worth the wait. So, I don't quite agree with Cody on that, but there are people who feel like they're tired of waiting for that food all the time. They want food to come more often. So, uh, you know, anyways, the Cody there, he calls them out, says the bloodline would be ashamed of them, and then he goes on to criticize the whole family, right? Criticizing Roman, criticizing Rock, as I just said. Family's not around. The entire family, uh, going to be ashamed of you. So The Rock, he responds and says, "Hey, when you're talking to Roman and you're talking about his bloodline, that's my blood. When you talk about his ancestors, that's my ancestors. You can't just come up here and criticize Roman's family because that's my family." Cody opened his mouth and he got slapped right in the mouth for it. So The Rock was having none of that. A big old scuffle breaks out on the stage. Um, there's a whole lot of yelling and fighting. Triple H, Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, they're all out on the stage trying to break everybody up, hold everybody back from each other. Um, you hear Seth saying like, "Hey, you're abusing your power. You don't deserve to be in this spot. This is bullshit." Um, you know, all this stuff going on, right? So, uh, then we go to the backstage, and well, first we see like Big E, CM Punk, um, who else was out there? Those are the two main ones to me. Those are the ones that were entertained me on the commentary team. But they're talking about what we're seeing here, like, Big E is mentioning like, hey, maybe this could be a tag. Uh, CM Punk saying, hey, Cody's got to step up. He's got to go punch him in the face if he gets slapped. He needs to go. He needs to go put hands on him, and that's what he wants to see. They confirmed that they're saying right now the main event is Roman versus Cody. That's what Cody called for. Right now, that's what they say we're getting. That's the graphic they put up on the screen. That's what Michael Cole has been saying on the show. That's since Cody called for this. That's what they're saying we're getting as of right now. Okay, so again, we go backstage here. The Rock and Triple H, their rivalry. they rivalry for the ages. Cody, we don't see Cody backstage, but we see Roman and Rock walking out together now as family, and they walk by Triple H, and Rock is upset. He's like, "Hey, you got to fix this. He talks shit about my family. That's not allowed. You can't let that happen." And again, they have a rivalry. So Triple H is like, "No, you're abusing your power. You're acting unprofessional. You just can't do that." And Rock's like, "No, you fix this." And again, Rock, he lays an F bomb out there. Says, "Fix this. He talks shit about my family. I'm gonna slap the fucking teeth out his mouth." We went straight back to the Attitude Era with this line. They're going straight into like ECW territory. Not that bad, but you know what I'm saying. They're going back to that era where they're going to say what they want to say, especially if it's on a pay-per-view type of event. They bleeped it out on the live feed, but you can go watch the video from everybody who was taking video in the at the live press conference. It was not bleeped out. So my goodness, what an event this was. Got you hyped for WrestleMania. It got me hyped for WrestleMania and all the possibilities of things we can see at WrestleMania. I don't think this is done yet. You tell me, what do you think? Okay, I mean we're seeing the graphic and they're saying it that Cody versus Roman is the main event of WrestleMania. But we have a long way to go still. And a lot of plans had to change with CM Punk getting hurt. Them, all of a sudden, putting The Rock into the storyline now because of all the news that was going on with Vince. And then them thinking that, oh, well, The Rock has joined the board now. We gave him $30 million in shares. We gave him the rights to the Rock name. Now it's time to do the storyline now so that we can get all those positive headlines as part of the news and get Vince away from, or at least lessen those headlines for a little time being. And I think there's still going to be a lot of adjusting to do. I don't know how it's going to change, but I do not believe that we are just getting Roman versus Cody one-on-one as the main event. I think there's going to be more to this. Maybe we will see a Cody and Roman one-on-one at some point. Maybe it will even be one of the nights at WrestleMania. But I don't think that's the only thing we're going to see. There's going to be more to it, right? I mean, yeah, Seth has a championship, and it's going to have to be defended at WrestleMania as well. But I do not see, that taking over one of the main events right now. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to work out. Do I see a tag team thing going on? Some people are predicting Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. No, I don't think that's where this is going. I would believe a fatal four-way before I'd believe that this was going to be a tag match. Um, I don't know where they're heading. I'm not going to claim to make any claim that I know where this writing is going. I don't. And that's what I love about this is that I don't know where it's going. Really is unpredictable right now, and that's when storytelling in wrestling is its best. Is when it's unpredictable. So I'm just really excited for everything to happen. I'd love to know what do you think is going to happen though. Um, do you think we are actually just getting Cody versus Roman one-on-one? Do you think we're getting a tag team? Do you think it's possible we could get that fatal four-way I mentioned? Let me know. But that's going to be the episode. So thank you so much for checking out the show. Please leave a comment, subscribe, leave a review, do all that. All right. Till next time, peace out. Later, Marks.